Hey everyone, welcome back to another book review, and today we're going to talk about the Boy Sherlock series by Shane Peacock, and the first one is called The Eye of the Crow. This series is kind of a historical fiction, but mainly mystery series, and as the title suggests, it's about Sherlock Holmes when he was a young kid, about 13 years old, and he's solving his first cases around the city of London. If you know anything about Sherlock Holmes as an adult, in his short stories or in some of the movies or TV shows made about Sherlock Holmes, you know that he's basically the most famous detective in all of literature, pretty much second to none. Hercule Poirot comes pretty close. But Sherlock Holmes is pretty famous because he solves everything using the power of his mind alone and making lots of inferences. The premise of this whole book series is that the young Sherlock has to solve a series of mysteries in the city of London. There are 6 books in the series. Each of them is different in terms of the mystery that's going on, but the characters pretty much stay the same. I would give this series a 4 out of 5 stars. In terms of mystery writing, it's pretty good. The mysteries are fairly solid and enjoyable, and I would say some of them, if anything, are a little bit too easy to solve sometimes, which is why I give it 4 out of 5 and not 5 out of 5. But the thing that I love about this series, and why I think that it's such a good read and is so worth you investing some time in it, is because of the way the author deals with setting. The author sets this book series in 19th century London, which means London in the 1800s. And the city of London itself is basically the best character in the whole book. The way Shane Peacock describes the city, the sights and sounds and smells of it, you can feel the coal dust from the chimneys. You can smell the smoke and the gas lamps burning on the street. You can hear the clatter of the horse-drawn carriages over the cobblestones. I mean, the whole city just comes to life so amazingly well. And he must have done a ton of research as well, because Sherlock has this internal map in his head, and in all the books he always has to run around to different locations and find clues in different areas, and just the way he crisscrosses the city and all the people he meets and all the things that happen, it's super cool. It's super interesting. There's also a great villain named Malefactor who comes up in every book, and he and Sherlock are always running into each other, and Sherlock has to escape him and his gang of street urchins. Anyways, it's absolutely fantastic as a study in how to set your novel in the most realistic place and to really make it come alive. The one thing I would also say about this book is that the later books get pretty dark, kind of like the Silverwing series that we talked about last time. The last book in this series gets pretty dark and gruesome at points, so that's kind of one warning. But otherwise, really well written book series. It's also won tons of awards, as you can see. That's lots of the awards and recognitions it's got. So the Boy Sherlock series is a fantastic series for you to check out, and hopefully you enjoy it. We'll see you next time.